activate your serratus anterior, what we want to do is go ahead and raise your hands straight. So instead of just reaching right here, we want to be sure we pull the shoulder away from the ground and as hard as we can. Now, what you'll feel when that serratus activates is if you relax, squeeze your stomach. If you're just bracing your stomach and driving it into the ground as hard as possible, you feel most of that happen right here. Okay? When our serratus is activated, we're going to feel almost like this hug feeling that happens to the outside. Okay? So squeeze your stomach as hard as you can. Good. Now raise your hands. Now drive your shoulders away from your belly and squeeze your stomach into the ground as hard as you can. Do you feel that change? Okay, so what she's feeling is, and it's very important, you can't just be right here. It's not going to activate. You have to drive those shoulders away from your body, leaving your head on the ground, okay? So we're going to combine that with some hamstring activation to get all of our muscles to make sure they all light up and we're ready to go, okay? This is also part of recovery because your muscles need to reintegrate everything you've done with the new ranges of motion. So we're going to be knees up. We'll show you this in 2 views, okay? Now, you can put your softball in between. That'll work. And so we want to use the softball kind of as a gauge to be sure that we are contracting those adductors as well, okay? So, once we're in this position, it's just like a glute bridge. We want to be sure that our hip bone and our knee are in line with each other. And we want to be sure all the weight of our foot, it's easier if you're doing this barefoot, is localized around right underneath the pinky toe, right underneath the big toe, okay? So once we're there, hands are long and relaxed. First thing we're going to do is we're going to squeeze our stomach as hard as we can. Once that's happening, we're going to drive it into the ground. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Good. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to feel that spot on our foot, push it into the ground. Good. Good, good, good. On the count of 3, she's going to squeeze her butt as hard as she can and pinch that ball. So that's what we're doing at home too. Squeezing your stomach into the ground, squeeze your butt, pinch that ball. Notice as she's raising, we want to be sure that we're driving the heels towards our butt. That's what's going to turn on this hamstring. Okay? If you want to get more engagement, flex the toes towards your knee and dig those heels into the ground. What we're doing is those heels, squeezing your stomach, squeezing your butt, those heels are digging into the ground and scraping towards her butt without moving. So you're literally trying to pull the ground towards your butt. Squeeze your stomach, squeeze your butt. Now we're going to start to activate that serratus. Go ahead and raise your hands. Good. Pull your shoulders away. Reach. Squeeze your stomach as hard as you can. As hard as you can. There is nothing you're doing here that is 99%. Squeezing your stomach, reaching the sky, squeezing your butt, pinching this ball as hard as you can. Pinch it, pinch it, pinch it. Dig your heels into the ground. Squeeze your butt. Dig your heels into the ground. Squeeze your butt. Dig your heels into the ground. Squeeze your butt. If your hamstring cramps while you're doing this, good. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Reach, reach, reach. Feel that hug, and relax.